Hi everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at changing improper fractions to mixed number. And so before we can look at improper fraction and looking at changing it to mixed number, let's quickly consider the three types of fractions that we have. We have proper fractions, and then this is one of the examples of proper fraction. You have 3/4. This is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Numerator is the number you have on top of a fraction, and the denominator is what you have below the line, the fraction line. Okay, so the numerator here is 3, which is smaller than the denominator. So this is a proper fraction, and this can be denoted with this um, shape. So 3/4 here is shaded red, and so that's why we have 3/4. And of course, we might want to consider the part that is shaded um, black. So this will be 1/4. Okay, so 1/4 here is also a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. The number you have above the fraction line is smaller than the number you have below the fraction line. So let's consider some other examples: 2/5, 6/7, and so on. So when you look at all of this, the numerators are smaller than the denominator. I mean, the numbers you have above the fraction line are smaller than the numbers you have below the fraction lines. Okay, so let's look at the other one, which is improper fraction. This is another type of fraction. So let's look at this example: 5/4. Improper fraction is basically the opposite of proper fraction. Okay, so proper fraction, you know that the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, so the number above the fraction line is bigger than the number below the fraction line. So this can be denoted with this drawing. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4, because you have these 5 places shaded purple, okay, out of 4. So this is improper fraction. And so we have some other example: 7/3, 9/2, 20/20, and so on. So you look at this, the number above the fraction line, which is numerator, bigger than the denominator. But then you look at 20/20, and I said it's improper fraction. Yes, it's improper fraction because it's a whole. Okay, when the number above the fraction line and the number below the fraction line, which is numerator and denominator, are equal, you have improper fractions. Okay, so let's look at mixed number. Right here, 5/4, we have we have 5 places. This is a whole actually. So this is one whole, 1/4. So 1/4 here is a mixed number, right? So in mixed number, it's a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. A whole number and a proper fraction. Okay, even if this place is improper fraction, it has to also be converted to a mixed number. Okay, so this is a whole and a proper fraction. That's what we call mixed number, and can also be called mixed fraction. So let's look at some other examples: two number 3/4, 5 number 2/6, and so on. So these are mixed number. So now let's look at how we can convert the improper fractions to mixed number. All right, so now let's look at this example: 5/4. 5/4. Now, this fraction line you have here is division. So it's like saying 5 divided by 4. And I'm sure you can do 5 divided by 4. How many 4 do you have in 5? That is 1, and it remains 1. So 5 divided by 4 gives you 1 remainder 1. Now, the major work is how you're going to write this in mixed number. Right? So your answer, because when you say 5 divided by 4, it gives you 1 whole, and then it remains 1. So this 1 whole that it gives you, you write it, and the remainder will be written over the denominator. So that's how you get the proper fraction for it. Okay, so let's look at another example: 7 over 3. This is going to be 7 divided by 3. Like I said, this fraction line means division, and 7 divided by 3 gives you 2 remainder 1, 2 remainder 1, 2 whole. Okay, this 2 whole will be written first, and then the remainder over the denominator. The remainder over the denominator. That will be 1 over 3. I'm sure this is clear to you. Okay, so next is to look at changing mixed number to improper fraction. Changing mixed number to improper fraction. So now we are going to consider this. So you first of all write your fraction line. That is the first thing to do. Okay, write your fraction line. Okay, and then keep your denominator. Keep your denominator for the proper fraction. Keep your denominator. This denominator here, keep it after writing your fraction line. Keep your denominator. So the next thing you're going to do is that this O, you use it to multiply the denominator. That would be 3 times 2, 3 times 7, the whole times the denominator. Okay, and that gives you 3 times 7. You write that down, and then you add the answer you add the numerator to the answer. That will be plus 1. Okay, and so you just figure it out now and get your answer. 3 times 7 gives you 21. 21 plus 1, that gives you 22. So you have 22 over 7. So 3 number 1 over 7 gives you 22 over 7. So let's do another example. So what is the first thing to do? You draw your fraction line. You keep your denominator, which is 9. Okay, next, you multiply the whole number and the denominator. That is 5 times 9. Okay, you write it down, and then you add the numerator plus 2. So you get your answer. So 5 times 9, that gives 45. 45 plus 2, it gives 47 over 9. So that is how to go about changing mixed number to improper fraction. Thank you for watching.